Just a couple of housekeeping points. Celine's asked me to remind you that there's no smoking in here, inside. And if you do smoke, could you put the butts in the sand tray outside? We don't want Selena's wedding to be known as the cause of the big fire of Little Heart. There's no swimming in the dam. Do you get that, Bailey? No swimming in the dam. And also, could you please not try and ride the alpaca in the back paddock, or the frankpacker, or whatever it is. There's an exotic beast in the back paddock. Don't try and ride it. And if you've got any taxis to be booked for taking you from this venue tonight, please make sure the bookings are made by 9 o'clock. I've done this kind of emceeing before. In fact, I did it at Sarati and Michael's wedding. So that was, 35 years ago. So this is kind of like an intergenerational MC. 38 years ago. And so this is intergenerational. And if Bailey gets married in the next 30 years, I hope I will be available. But unfortunately, I may be over 100 by that time, so I'm not sure I'll be up to it. I'd like to recite a poem. This is a staple of weddings, and it's Shakespeare's Sonnet 116. And then I'll make a couple of comments about it. The poem goes, "Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediment. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, which bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy cheeks and lips within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved." Now, I recited that poem one time to a colleague, and she scoffed, "That's impossibly idealistic." But if you can't be idealistic when you get married on your wedding day, when can you be idealistic about love? And this poem is not entirely idealistic. It also has some practical advice, because real love means accepting the beloved as they are, not trying to change them. And it also means not trying to change your true self for the sake of the other person. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, which bends with the remover to remove. Now, Selena and Matt have been together for 10 years. So I think they kind of know each other by now. They're not going to be surprised. They know what they're getting in for. They know what to expect. And at its best, a partnership is each person complements the other. So perhaps superficially, Selena can teach Matt the meaning of parking signs. And Matt can teach Selena the finer points of kickboxing. But more fundamentally, guess Selina is, as most people who know her, a motivating force. And Matt, I think, will be her anchor, so she doesn't fly away. Hope, believe that Matt and Selina will be that partner who can allow them to become their best selves, their kindest, most caring, most creative individuals. As you know, they have a new surname. I forget what it is. It was formed from Selina's surname, Michelle, Michell, and Matt's surname, Egan, Egae. And I looked at those words, those surnames, and I thought, yes, I can see a really good surname. And I would like to propose a toast in the name of that surname. I'd like to propose a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Hellman. But unfortunately, if I did that, Selina would probably never talk to me again. So I'd like you to raise your glasses in a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Hagen. Can you please fill your glasses? Have you got your glasses? Something in your glasses, please. So I'd like to propose a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Helnack. Hagen. I'll get used to it. It's okay. It's early days. Propose a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Hagen and their enduring happiness and the partnership which will foster their best selves. Ladies and gentlemen. I'd now like to call on my brother Michael, whose suit I am wearing. I'm wearing the pants. To say a few words. So the father of the bride, Michael Michelle.
Thank you, Bruce. We'll book you in for Bailey's wedding, should you live long enough to be with us for that occasion. It's really quite something to be in this Hall of the Vikings, isn't it? This Valhalla shed. And we welcome you to this occasion at this time. I'm Selina's very proud father, and I would like to say on behalf of both Sarati, my wife, and Michael and Jackie and Sharon, Matt's folks, welcome you here, and thank you for making that long trip over the mountain in the footsteps of Lawson and Wentworth, to be here in this humble but historic shed. So thank you for coming and being with us to share in Matt and Selina's wedding today. I might just put this on the stand so I can not forget the things I want to say here. But I have nothing to say about Mr. and Mrs. Hagen. you'll be pleased to know, but I have lots to say about Selena and Matt as a couple. First of all, about Selena. Anyone who knows Selena knows that she's something of a project junkie. She throws herself into passion projects with energy and vigour, and is never happier than when she is setting and achieving goals in some task or other. This passion started very early in life. She mastered walking independently, not like Bailey, at 10 months, no problem. Not long after, she was climbing trees and jumping over fences, hiding in neighbours' backyards until police search teams arrived. Soon after, she was shifting furniture around the house, a definite precursor of the furniture flipping to come. The passion continued during high school. In years 10 and 11, she mobilised the whole school, her whole school, in a diabetic-inducing Krispy Kreme, a fundraising drive for the Cancer Council. The fashion's finally found its current creative expression in interior decoration, home styling and furniture upcycling. Today is Selena's project of projects. It represents the culmination of the year's planning and the application of all her styling skills. So much of what you see around you tonight, the decor, the candles, the floral arrangements, the petals, plinths and posies, yes, my Turkish carpets, runners down in the glade there, and my mother's wooden trunk are the product of her aesthetic, an aesthetic that Selena developed early with her Yay, her grandmother, when she was searching for bargain knickknacks at Vinnie's. It's this aesthetic that makes this place a special space for our celebration tonight. I think it deserves a round of applause. At this point, you might be thinking, is Matt another of Selena's projects? We know that the desire to change one's partner into one's ideal is not a good foundation for a happy marriage. However, the vows that we heard today, that we heard Selena and Matt make to each other this afternoon, to take each other to be you as you are, show that their marriage is substantially illusion-free. An illusion-free joint project based on a realistic understanding and acceptance of who they are and who they wish to become together. Selena, your mother and I are very proud of the person you've become. Your love and care for family, your enterprise and creativity continue to fill us with joy. You got through the Marilyn Manson emo goth phase to become your own person, able to give and receive love in the life you and Matt are making together. Now a few words about Matt. We call him Matt because that's how we were introduced. Since then, Matt's changing his name, like names don't matter anymore, but we call him Matt rather than William. Australia and my first encounter with Matt 10 years ago at the Cambodian New Year Festival was based on a linguistic misunderstanding. It's a custom at the Cambodian New Year for people to have a picnic lunch on the temple grounds, Buddhist temple grounds, after offering food to the mothers. Selena, thinking that New Year was a great opportunity for a low-key introduction to the folks, rang Mum and said she was bringing Matt with her to the temple. To which Sarati replied, "No need, darling. There'll be plenty of tables and chairs there." When we actually met the Matt in person, we knew it was very serious. And Selena had never introduced us to a boyfriend before. One of the things we noticed around this time was the calming effect Matt's laid-back, gentle nature had on Selena. It definitely improved her project focus, concentration and planning. Barani, Selena's grandma, commented on how Matt was good for her. Since that time, Matt has become part of our family, and we have come to appreciate his patience, quiet persistence and achievement. Qualities notably evident through his study, work, boxing training, and most recently, obtaining his driver's license. It's customary at this point in the speech for the father of the bride to impart some marriage wisdom to the wedded couple. But I don't think this is necessary in this case. Selena and Matt, your 10-year relationship means you already have the wisdom within you. You have learned from each other what works, what annoys, when to speak, when to hold your tongue, when to conciliate and compromise, and when to stand your ground. As a wise man once said, love may be blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener. You begin your married life with your eyes wide open. Few illusions and a healthy respect for each other. Let that be your guide. One of the last things that parents hope for their children as they grow up and make their way in the world is the very thing that they have least control over. Finding and keeping a good partner. I'm sure Michael, Sharon and Jackie agree with me when I say how pleased Sarati and I are that Selena and Matt found, complement and complete each other and are now taking their relationship to a new plane from today's marriage ceremony. So, please join me now as I propose a toast, wishing Selena and Matt a long and happy married life together.